Peace, diehards. What's up, man? It's your boy Eru, host of the Die Hard Marvel channel, man. You see the Knicks hat, Die Hard Knicks is on the hat as well. So please check out both channels. Right now, we got Trav Ryan here. He is, when I'm doing research, I forgot how famous this freaking guy is, man. So you guys are in for a treat. I'll put his Instagram in here. He just hit 90,000 subscribers on Instagram. And there's a couple other things too, man. But I'll let him talk about it. Turn this garbage music off and put Trav on here. What's good, Trav? How you doing?
Yo, that music wasn't even garbage because I was about to make a freestyle to that. It was getting turned up.
Yeah, I mean that's some for people that use StreamYard, that's the StreamYard music, man. So I mean, I think that's one of the best tracks on there. So fits
That's
the
like the
mood.
new. That's the new elevator music. You get to choose that music.
But I mean, there's
Oh,
a whole bunch of generic stuff. You could just use it, different generic tracks or whatever. But like I was
oh,
saying,
okay.
this is a brand new channel, so I'm starting to
Mm,
put the bells and whistles on here. All the
yeah,
energy I was putting on the other channel, I'm trying to get this thing popping too, man. So
yeah. I feel you.
yeah,
What's good, Eru?
chilling, man, chilling. So I
Long
mean,
time
let's.
coming.
I'm telling you, I've been trying to get you on the Knicks channel for the minute, man. So
Oh
so
yeah,
we can
we
talk
definitely
some
doing
Knicks.
that next. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gonna be crazy. The live chat gonna be crazy. They're gonna be throwing tomatoes at me all day.
yeah. What is that about, man? What is that about? We was talking
I
about it
don't know, bro.
offline, you know?
I don't know, bro. I think it's my support for everybody, including Randall. So that's why everybody try to get at me. And like, what?
Right.
You supporting Randall? Nah. And I get the tomatoes 24/7. I don't know what it's about though. Can we
Yeah,
all just get along?
I don't understand, man. Well, I mean, these are some of my Nick guys here. Shout out to Andy. Thanks for coming over to this channel. Got Philip Casanova and my man, I am Jarrell, man. These are my guys here from Die Hard Knicks.
Terrell's good, bro.
Yeah, so this is a new journey here with Die Hard Marvel, and I'm glad to be here, glad to have you on here. You're not my first guest, but you're my second one. But
Oh, nice.
yeah. Well, first off, let's get out of here, man. You're pretty famous, man. 90 freaking thousand subscribers on Instagram, and then like you put me on to this here. You actually have a Marvel album, two Marvel albums. This is the first one, Comic
Yeah,
Mixtape Volume 1 and Comic Mixtape Volume 2, Wrath of Ryan.
yeah. It's pretty dope too because I kind of intertwine my own character that I made in the skits, so it follows like a storyline between songs about other rappers, other comic book characters. So it's kind of like two comic book kind of themes in the one,
Right.
um, and it's part one, part two. So yeah, I've been doing that like my whole life. I've been obsessed with that Marvel and DC and Image Comics with Spawn and everything like that. So it's been like ingrained in me since I was a little.
Right.
Yeah.
So, we're gonna talk about Doctor Doom. We're gonna talk about Kang. We're gonna talk about a bunch of other stuff too. But I gotta ask you. I got a couple of questions to ask you. What's first, Marvel, DC, or Image? Which one?
Right now or overall, like
Right
throughout
now. The past.
right now?
Yeah, right now. Yep.
I would say it's yeah, Marvel, DC, and Image, like the way you said it.
Right. Okay. Cool. Because
The
a
only
lot of
thing that's
people.
keeping the
Mhm.
only thing that's turning up Image is that was keeping Image alive is like Spawn.
Right.
Yeah. And
But some.
yeah.
And what's the other one?
Invincible, the show on Amazon Prime.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Because I mean,
yeah.
people really love Invincible. So I mean, those little characters associated with them, people put them ahead because they just want to be a rebel. Nah, fuck Marvel.
Yeah,
All this other stuff going on.
yeah. Now right now it's cool to hate on Marvel. That's what it is.
Right.
Everybody think they're cool now because they don't like Marvel. But Marvel's still holding it down. They still holding it down.
Yeah, talk about their history, man. Marvel's been through a lot. They almost shut down when they first started. They almost shut down, and then fast forward to the '80s, they sold all their properties to everybody, and
Yep.
now 2022, they're finally getting it all back. And now look at all the great stories that they're coming out with now. It's
Yep.
amazing what they're doing.
Yep, except for She-Hulk, I don't like that. But other than that,
Uh,
it's
you you already know, man. She-Hulk, I don't know what they're doing with that, man.
they just put that out there just to put it out there. But other than that, they doing a good job. She-Hulk is trash, man.
Yeah,
She-Hulk is trash.
we talking to the third, to the audience that whole brick
Mm.
the third wall, whatever the fourth wall.
Yeah,
Um, I was thinking of The Office when I think of that. The Office. If they would have did She-Hulk similar to The Office, not that small, maybe a little grander, but just the way how they do the humor with The Office. And
yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that show. I can't think of the name of it right now, but it has to do with the school. It's a school system.
Oh, yeah.
They just
Abbott
finished winning some
Elementary,
awards and stuff.
Abbott Elementary, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Abbott Elementary. There you go.
yeah. If they make it like that, or even what's the Modern Family, like that kind of
Yes.
The way it is, like looking at the camera and doing interviews and stuff like that. I think the director didn't know what the fuck they doing. Like they didn't know
Yeah.
what kind of theme they wanted. A superhero show or a lawyer show. Like it's all over the place.
Well, I
It's
mean,
all over the place, bro.
Marvel can't get it all right because I mean, when they were
Yeah,
doing the multiverse stuff, they went and got Rick and Morty, or, writers and stuff, which is the
yeah,
right thing to do. So if you're gonna
yeah,
break talk to the audience and all this sort of stuff, then go find writers from other shows that actually did it. That way you can
yeah.
have that base.
I think they actually just put that out just for to be woke
Yeah,
on some like to have the woman as the main character because a lot of the themes it's like they kind of sacrifice comedy just to be woke and it's like nah bro I'm not watching this.
yeah,
Like every dude on there is like a dumbass like it's like
yeah,
they don't have no kind of substance and the women know everything and she beat the Hulk in the first episode. I'm like, yeah, I'm cutting this off.
yeah. And then they pulled Mr. Invincible out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's like what? Like, and you made him like a douchebag with all these people that he heartbroke with, and then the lawyer's supposed to be on his side, but they don't like him either. I'm like, because he's a man.
Yeah,
I know exactly what's going on,
yeah.
but it's
It's a
weird.
big
Yeah,
agenda thing, but I mean, it's a
yeah,
clusterfuck. They could have did so much better with that.
yeah. They had so many opportunities to do good. I hope it goes into a good direction because I had like a theory about it. I was saying that they're trying to get her DNA because I still watch it because I don't want to miss anything.
Yeah,
Like any kind of connections because Marvel likes to connect their shows and their movies. So I think they're trying to take her DNA to make multiple Hulks
right.
because the leader is going to be in New World Order, and I think that's the New World Order is going to be the multiple Hulks in the next Captain America.
Right.
So I
I
think
think
that's
so
what they're
too.
trying to do. Yeah,
Mhm.
and I think that needle that they have, they put vibranium on it now to get like actually pierce her skin.
Right.
So it might turn out to be good, but right now it's just struggling.
It's
It's struggling a
struggling,
little bit.
man.
It's
Lord have
struggling.
mercy.
It's
It's
struggling.
like for those you ever got your hair braided? You ever had braids?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
when you got the afro, it's not so easy if you got a tender head and you're trying to get it straight or picked out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So you gotta go
it's
through.
struggling.
That's exactly what the She-Hulk show is. Like you're trying to get it picked out, blow it out now I gotta sit here, perfectly still so this lady could put this cool design in my hair or whatever.
That's
And I'm
exactly what it is. It's
yeah,
like
and it's like,
horrible. Like you gotta watch it. Like, all right, let me just keep watching because I might miss something. Like they do little Easter eggs just to keep people watching with the Daredevil stuff and all that stuff. But it's like,
yeah,
nah, bro,
right.
it's not working.
Yeah. So
It's definitely not
hopefully at
working.
the end we'll have a nice, beautiful, design in our braids that we can, look popping at the club for a little while. Hopefully.
Facts, facts,
All right. So
for
one more
real,
question
for real.
before we start this stuff.
Mm.
Like, okay, hip hop or comics? Which is first? Which came
Oh,
first?
whew. um, I think it came at the same time, but as far as interest, I would say comics first.
Yeah.
Definitely comics first. But hip hop was right after because my older sister put me on the hip hop. She used to battle rap too in
Right.
her high school, and once I started watching her, I fell in love with it too. But my older brother put me on the comic books, and that was like slightly earlier. But I would have to go with comic books.
Yeah.
I
For
would definitely.
if I can answer that, it's basically the same thing. They all came at the same
Yeah.
time. For me, hip hop, like when I really started to realize it was a thing, was when
Mm,
Biz Markie and them came out. Make the
yeah.
music with your mouth is, the
Yeah.
break dance and all that stuff. But at the
Yeah.
same time, while they were breakdancing, I had an uncle that he was into comics and he couldn't get with the hip hop stuff because he was shy.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I had both things at the same time. So,
Yeah.
it's a cool experience.
You had the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right, so let's get into it, man. These are the
Yes, sir.
bad boys right here, man. Freaking Doctor Doom and Kang. So I mean,
Yes, sir.
yeah, man, we were talking about like who's gonna be the badder bad guy, in this whole thing because they even with She-Hulk, they're hinting at the with her green nails and stuff because Titania, she was created by Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
most us fans were waiting for that because that's definitely an Easter egg, and they're playing with us because they keep putting green on her, you know.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, so
Um, because he made Titania in Secret Wars too in the comics.
yeah,
Like when
that's
he was on Battle Planet, he made Titania. So I don't know what they're doing, but I hope he's the main villain. I mean, we still got to see Kang and how he is, but I think Doctor Doom will make a dope main villain. They even saying he's in Black Panther, like stealing vibranium from him. So I don't
Yeah.
know, but I hope he
Well,
shows up.
the intelligentsia, he's also been a part of the intelligentsia too. So these might
Yeah,
be like little factions that he's the head of. The ghost behind everything. Well, they're
yeah,
doing it. And then he's behind everything. And then later on, we'll find out he's like the big bad guy. The mastermind
yeah.
behind all these things.
And what's dope is too, like I think they're scattering around their villains in the intelligentsia, because the leader is part of that, and he's gonna
Mhm.
be in Captain America. Modoc is part of that, and he's gonna be in Ant-Man.
Right.
So I think they're just scattering around and they're gonna all join forces sooner or later. But that'll be dope though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of the guys that she dated also too was talking whatever. So if you see it at the end of the last episode, I caught this later that he was actually one of the people on Intelligentsia, the website, talking, sending messages or
Mm,
whatever. You can see his emoji on the thing. So that guy that
yeah.
she dated, maybe he might be somebody like the wizard or something like that.
Yeah, because he was saying like when they had that date, he was saying some weird shit like, can vibranium pierce your skin? Like asking her weird questions like that. And
Yeah,
she's like, what? So yeah, it might lead
calling her a
into something big.
specimen and things like that.
Yeah, it
Like
might
who
lead into
says that?
something crazy. They said one of the guys that was trying to jump her had a mask on, and that could have been him.
Right.
Yeah, when he couldn't pierce the skin with the old needle that he had.
Yeah, that killed me too, because I knew they were the Wrecking Crew. As soon as they pop up, I saw
Oh
the
my
Wrecking Crew.
gosh,
So
bro.
the Wrecking Crew is one of the biggest bad guy groups out there. They've been involved in every storyline, and you made them a bunch of punks from Long Island. It's like
Oh
crazy.
my god. And they're supposed to be Thor villain and a Hulk villain, but they supposed to be brawlic,
Yeah,
scary guys. Like, oh
right.
man, I
Like
don't know what they're doing,
yeah,
but it's crazy, man.
there,
I
there
don't
was
know
this.
what they're doing.
Yeah, there was a storyline with Thor where Thor had to use Mjolnir to get their powers to stop.
Yeah,
Use. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So he had to depower them in order to really get rid of them. You
yeah,
know,
yep.
so they're a powerful group. They're formidable. So to make them look like that freaking like that slapped me right in the face and said, "Wow, this is the Wrecking Crew." I'm like, "What are they doing? Why would you decimate something like that? It's crazy."
The only thing is, I think what Marvel is suffering from now that might be a bad thing is they're having too much directors, like too much hands in the pot.
Yes,
Because before they had like a few directors and everything felt like it was cohesive and moving in the right direction, consistent. But now it's like everybody got a different thought about shit. Like they're making Miss Marvel a mutant. It's like all over the place. I hope
right.
it comes together in a kind of seamless way.
Did you see the Inhumans?
Nah, I didn't even waste my time with that.
Yo,
Because
that shit
Black
was
Bolt is
like,
one of my favorite superheroes.
yeah.
I'm not wasting my time with that disrespect. They disrespected him.
Yo, man, that shit looked like it was filmed with an iPhone. Okay, it was crazy. Like green screen, like I got a green screen behind me. Like they had just a green screen up and they had an iPhone and they were just doing stuff. It was trash, man.
It's
So
disrespectful.
I mean, but it's true. Everybody says the same thing. They can't believe that they even put it on Disney Plus for people to watch. It's like that show was trash. But the way that they wrote it kind of reminds me of what's gonna happen with She-Hulk now.
Yeah, I don't know what they trying to do with She-Hulk. They trying to make it a comedy. They trying to make it like a drama because she didn't really fight nobody yet. She only fought Titania like mad times, but it's not that much action in it. It's
Right.
about her catching a date and going to a wedding. I'm like, what's going on right now? Is this Marvel?
Yeah. Well, the last three episodes of any series, even like on WandaVision was a slow burn, but at least it
Yeah,
was entertaining getting to where it needed to
yeah,
get to. But once
yeah,
once they took the scab off, man, WandaVision was crazy. So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I'm
And
hoping the
WandaVision
same
had the
thing.
whole big battles and stuff like that too. So I don't know what the hell is going on with She-Hulk, but
Yeah.
it's kind of irritating watching that because it has like so much potential too, especially with that character. She could be really dope if you treat her right, but it's like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her with the same thing with the Wrecking Crew. She's always been a part of all the major storylines, every single
Yep.
one. She's had one
Yep.
of the greatest scenes ever in comic history when she, ripped apart Vision and Avengers Disassembled. That was one of the
Yep.
biggest things. So
Yep.
she's a big character.
Yo, Hero know you know your stuff, bro.
Yeah, man, I'm a freaking yeah. I'm just like you. Like
I
you
thought it
got
was
your
just
Marvels.
Knicks.
Yeah,
It's comic book stuff too.
yeah, man. I love this stuff, man. Like
Yeah.
when it comes down to it, like I say on the other channel, it's like this shit don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it means
Yeah.
everything.
Hey, that's
Do you know what I'm
poetic
saying?
right there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like you're a
Uh,
lyricist too, man. So
yeah.
you have your mind open to the fantasy of comic books and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
But then you got
Oh
your
yeah.
mind open to the music too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then
Yeah.
somewhere in this mix, basketball is up in there. So I mean, you got your
Yeah.
mind is like, I get it, man. You're like a freaking
Yeah.
Marvel. You're like a superhero within yourself. I understand.
Yeah,
You know?
man. I'm trying to be, but like that's facts though. It means nothing, but then it means everything. That's dope. I'm about to steal that and put it on my bio.
Dude, put it on a t-shirt, man, or something. And give me like 10% of this shit or something. I don't know.
I got you.
Yeah, man.
That's
Well,
dope.
you mentioned the well, listen, we got to talk about Kang too, but
Mm,
Kang is a complicated character. So I know, guys, spoiler alert, I just showed Ryan Coogler there, but
yeah.
with Kang, he's so complicated. Every time he's appeared in Marvel comics, it's always been a confusing situation because he's talking about time travel and stuff like that.
And not
So
only time travel, it's different dimensions too. That makes it even more confusing because you can be in the
yes,
same time but a different dimension, and it'll be totally different.
and
So
him
it's
too.
it's yeah, yeah.
He himself, he goes
And
to another dimension. It's Kang, but he's a different person. It's like,
and he even look nothing like the other one. Like he has like 2,000 of them. But the only thing I like about what they're trying to do
yeah,
is all those weapons is popping out of nowhere, the 10 rings and the
yes,
bracelet from Miss Marvel. That's all his weapons
yeah,
that he scattered around different dimensions, which is dope. If he's gonna show up and put all of them together. That'll
yeah.
be hard
Yeah.
if they
A
do it
lot of
right.
people are missing
Yeah,
that part of the story. I
yeah,
have another theory too, like, with this whole Secret War stuff. I guess we'll get into that, the Secret War stuff. I have
yeah.
something queued up here. Let me just see if I can, well, this is actually the actual comic here, so I'll pull it up. This is a website here I just found. It's called Amino. It's kinda like,
Okay.
yeah, it's kinda like Pinterest or whatever, where people just post all kind of stuff. So let me clean up the screen a little bit so people can see. So, I mean, like, this is actually the end of time here. It was
Oh
Doom was
yeah,
there, Doctor Strange was there, this is the Molecule Man. They were all at the end
yeah,
of time, remember that?
yeah.
You
And
know
with the Molecule Man, when he gathered all of them from different dimensions to bomb um one Earth so the other one
Yes,
could survive.
yes,
Madman. That's my favorite villain, Doctor Doom. He's a
yeah,
madman.
yeah,
He's a
and then
madman.
look at this. At this point right here, reality ended, and it was just people talking, and then out of this, boom, became Secret Wars, the Battle
Battle
World.
World. Yeah,
So, like, to see, like you were saying, the explosion and stuff like that, Doom
yeah.
became God. He became a god. He became basically creator of all things.
God
So
Emperor Doom.
God Emperor Doom, bro. So
They need to put that in the movie. That would be so tough.
I mean, listen, they first they started. What's the last two movies? It's Secret Wars, right?
I know
Right?
it's Kang Dynasty and Secret
King
Wars.
Dynasty. Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
remember at the end of it was at the end of Infinity War, right? Where
Mm,
freaking Thanos won, and you're like, oh snap! Everybody started disappearing, and then he sits
yeah.
down, with the sunset and all that, and everybody in the theater was like, "What? He
And
won?"
it just cuts off. It's like, wait,
Yeah,
what?
yeah. So I think if they do it the way the comics did it, like I just showed everybody just now on the screen, if they do it, I'm assuming you're a diehard comic fan if you're watching this channel, man. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
if they get to the point where we got where they do this, at the end of Kang War, and everybody's like this, and then at the end of it, Doom just takes over, and then they create Battle World. Do you
Yep.
know the emotions that there's gonna be in that thing? That's gonna be incredible, man.
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be hard. I don't know when Fantastic Four is coming out, but that plays a big part. Like they play a big part in Secret Wars.
Yes.
So I don't know what they're gonna do with that because Reed Richards got to be there. He's the one that took over and made everything back to normal. And the thing about Doctor Doom is so badass, bro. He made the Human Torch the sun, and he has to like run across the. He got to keep going like in the sky. He got what he got. He had the Hulk as a pet. I think
Yes. He
he had
was
Sue Richards as his wife.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Like, I mean, he's been trying to get Sue Richards since the day one. I mean, I don't know what you want to call it, man, but I mean, he's been like, scheming on his wife like since they started these comic stuff. It's crazy.
It's crazy. He was like, I've been eyeing your wife for a minute. But
Yeah.
yeah, like if they got to do Doctor Doom right, man. They got to do him right because he's the top villain. He's just like even his words got to be crazy. Like he got to make you sound stupid, just by
Yeah,
like for having a regular conversation. Like, what are you talking about right now, bro?
yeah.
That's like, yeah, it's
That's how he
yeah,
is too. He'll come out,
yeah.
he'll say something, and then he'll just like kind of like shoot you down. So, it's almost like toxic Twitter with him. Toxic Nick's
Word.
Twitter and shit with him. Yeah.
For
Yeah,
real.
yeah. So I mean, just all that stuff that we're saying, it's incredible, man. But like, you mentioned Fantastic Four. So
Mm,
let me put these guys. This is my favorite team here. So it's a shame
mm.
that they weren't here since the beginning in the first phase. That like I mean, maybe not the first phase, but maybe after Thanos and stuff like that. Maybe they should have popped up. But I mean, they should have been there from the beginning. Because like
Yeah,
you said, what's his name, Mr. Fantastic. He's been a part of every solution. That's happened with Marvel. He had to be there.
and I don't know why, like, it seemed like with comic book movies, the more simple the plot, the harder it is to make. Like, I'm like, bro, how you can't make a good Fantastic Four movie?
Yeah, they keep trying
Mm.
stuff, you have to stick to the source material, man, at
Like,
least.
it's so easy. It's so easy. Like, you
Yeah,
can make an Avengers movie and it works, but you can't make a Fantastic Four movie. I
yeah,
mean, like,
same.
I know they didn't own Fantastic Four until now, but I'm just saying, like, all this technology and all this like good writers, you can't make a family that's have superpowers. You did it. You did it. You did the Incredibles.
I mean, the family dynamic sitcoms and things like that is
Yeah,
what people do. They make sitcoms, so that should have always been the easiest thing to do, with
easiest
these
thing to
guys.
do. And they have jokes that write themselves. Human Torch makes fun of the thing. They have little battles together. Like
Right.
Sue Richards and Mr. Fantastic, he works a lot, so she has a strenuous relationship, but she still hold him down. It's
Yeah.
mad easy to write a script for Fantastic Four, man.
Yeah. It's simple. It writes itself, the adventures and stuff. And also too,
Exactly.
like they're not gonna step on anybody's toes if they decide to do like a side missions and stuff like that. I just don't
Exactly.
understand. And then
Exactly.
The whole Baxter building is right Midtown. It's like right at 42nd Street, whatever, Midtown Lexington
Yep.
or Park Avenue, excuse me, like around that
Yeah.
area. So it's like it's right there. So how could you just disregard the whole building, the whole entity? I know
And
I
let's
get it.
not talk about with the X-Men too. I want to see how they gonna explain that because that's a whole race of people. You got to explain.
There's a whole race of people. Yeah. You know,
So
they
it's
they
like,
they're trying to
mm,
implement that, right? Like right now with
yeah,
with some of the little things here that they like what they're doing with the people that got snapped back. They're trying to make
hmm
them, like there's like the whole world organization and people are fighting, people are against helping them, and people are
yeah,
trying to help them. It's all kind of the stuff that's going on with that. So I think they're gonna try to like make that parallel, with
yeah.
it, some kind of way. I don't know, or maybe the
Probably
Tierney
make like,
Mist.
yeah, or probably make the people that got snapped back turn into mutants. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like it kind of
maybe.
altered their DNA. I don't know. I know they tried it. I know they're probably most likely gonna do a multiverse thing, like mutants is from a different dimension,
Yeah.
and then they're gonna merge it like that. I think that's what's gonna happen.
Right. I was thinking of that too. Like, especially like in She-Hulk, they mentioned that Wolverine was supposed to be fighting, in one of the blips on the computer. So maybe the mutants, like you said, maybe when they got came back, maybe not the
Yeah,
right version of them came back. You know,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Or like you said, it just could be just the DNA changed when it came over. So now we got guys with claws and stuff like
Yeah,
that. All of
which
a
is
sudden.
kind of trash because yeah, that means you have to disregard all of Wolverine's past when he was fighting with Captain America in World War II and all that stuff.
Right.
So it's a hard place to be in. I just want to see how they do it.
Right.
And hopefully they don't mess that up. But Fantastic Four, it's like it's a disgrace. They had like two chances and they messed it up.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Well, three chances, really. I mean, because they messed up the first movie, then they made a sequel
Yeah,
for Christ's
the
sake, and they had
sequel.
Silver Surfer, and all this, and they totally screwed that whole. I didn't even, I never
uh,
finished watching the second one, man.
no, I couldn't stomach it because they made Galactus a cloud
Yeah,
that don't talk and just like surrounds planets. Like, come on, bro.
yeah,
They just threw the whole comic book in the garbage.
yeah. That was trash. And then
Yeah.
the third one with Michael B. Jordan as the
Oh,
Human Torch and stuff, man, that was terrible. I mean, and then spoiler alert, when Doctor Doom came through, he just started killing people. I said, damn, what the fuck? He turned to Michael Myers, just walking down the thing, just blowing people's heads up. I'm like, why? And I'm watching it with my kids and stuff. So I'm sitting there chilling, like,
what?
what is going on? Next thing you know, Doctor Doom was blowing cats' heads up. I'm like, oh shit, where's
He's
the
like,
remote?
he's just like, he's in a bad mood all of a sudden. Just like when it kills people, want to kill
Yeah,
people. They be disregarding Doctor Doom whole swag and whole backstory, bro.
Yeah,
Like he's supposed to be like messed up since his parents died or his mom died when
right,
he made a deal with Mephisto and all that stuff, trying to get her back and
right.
got his face messed up and all this. It's supposed to be like a whole lore to his story. That's why I think he needs like either a Disney Plus show or his own movie.
Absolutely. Like,
Yeah,
DC does a great job because 'cause they're doing what
Black
do you call
Adam.
Black Adam, so
Yeah.
he's an anti-hero and stuff like that, so,
Hmm.
he's really a villain, but, they
Yeah.
try to make him into an anti-hero with the thing, but, I mean, they do a great job doing villains on DC, they do a great job with
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
and they don't kill
Yeah.
them off, DC kills
Yeah.
off all the bad guys,
Yep.
so yeah, Doom giving Doom his own movie and let him be, like, in the background of things, let
Yeah.
the fight in New York happen, but, let's find out what Doom was doing during that time period. Let him
Yeah.
get through all of this, and then all of a sudden pop up in Black Panther, like, I'm
Yeah.
the guy. I've
And that
been
would be a
here the whole
dope.
time.
That'd be a dope movie to come through with Black Panther.
Yeah,
That would be dope to have Doctor Doom in because he probably would want vibranium to make his armor or to make
yeah,
his Doom bots. So he would try to take vibranium, and then I could see Namor and the Black Panther, well, Wakanda Nation teaming up to stop Doctor Doom from
right.
taking the vibranium. But there's so many opportunities. I hope they don't drop the ball because right now they're a little shaky. Marvel's a little shaky.
Yeah,
Gotta admit it.
yeah,
After
absolutely.
ever since Endgame, they've been a little shaky.
I think they're feeling
Mm.
themselves a little bit.
They filmed themselves. They did the Leon Rose and the Donovan Mitchell trade.
Yes. Yes, they did.
He's like, yeah, we really got this bread. Like, we got everything everybody wants, so we ain't gonna
Yeah.
go hard. Wait, what? DC?
Yeah, man. Yo, shout out to any hip hop stuff. So I mean, to me, basketball, hip hop, and comics are all the same. It's all the same families, But
Yeah,
to me, like this whole phase is like Nostradamus. The
yeah,
Nostradamus era. It's like I just want to forget. People forget about the album, and people say, "No, it wasn't that bad." I said, like, man, are you kidding me? That was Nas, and he did Nostradamus. I mean, come on, bro. You know,
yeah. It's
I
one of
don't know.
those eras. It was like, yeah, let's hurry up and fast forward. Can we fast forward this shit right now?
Right.
It's one of those eras for real, man.
Yeah, but there's always an opportunity to redeem yourself, in
Hmm.
art. There's always an opportunity
Yeah,
to redeem yourself. Maybe people didn't get your vision at one point, but then at the end, when you make the finished product, then people get the whole, what you're trying to do and stuff. So
which I hope that happens because a lot of things can just instantly save the direction of Marvel. I'm not saying they need saving right now, but a lot of things can turn people's like opinions around. Like simple thing like Doctor Doom showing up,
yeah,
another Black Panther showing up, um, the X-Men, Fantastic Four being done right, like little shit like that. Venom versus Spider-Man, like little shit like that, they can make a lot of money on, and everybody will be back on board with it because they
yeah,
losing a lot of fans. If you look on Twitter, they losing a lot of traction, and everybody like, Marvel's alright. It used to be diehard Marvel fans, but now it's
yeah.
like they losing it with the MCU.
Yeah, people are getting antsy because they did a great job, adapting the whole Infinity War saga. They did a decent
Yeah,
job. Maybe Endgame,
yeah,
some parts of Endgame was kind of like it, but you delivered it because they gave you that big battle scene at the end, and it's like, oh my
which
god,
was crazy.
yeah, that was like insane, man. So they did
Yeah,
a lot of fan service, man. So I'm hoping after all this nonsense that they get through, they're trying to try different concepts and see what people respond to. And I just hope
yeah.
when it comes down to the finished products, because what one series that I wasn't looking forward to, but now I saw since I saw the trailers, the freaking Secret Invasion. You know
Oh
that
yeah.
that looked
Oh,
crazy, right?
I get Winter Soldier vibes from that Secret Invasion. I
Yeah,
think that's gonna be dope. I think Armor Wars is gonna be dope too. Like people are sleeping on that.
yeah,
Which Secret Wars is gonna lead right into Armor Wars.
right,
Secret Invasion. But Secret Invasion looks dope.
yeah.
Really dope. I hope they don't mess up a lot of things with the scrolls, but it looks dope though.
Yeah.
It does
They're
look dope.
definitely changing it though, because they made
Yeah.
them like all like a peaceful well, maybe that group
Mhm.
was peaceful, but I
Yeah.
guess they'll tie that into like okay, we got some guys that are good, some guys that are bad, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Just to
Yeah.
smooth it out, kinda.
Yeah. And one thing I hope they do too is make like a Midnight Suns.
Man, yo, that Werewolf by Night, yo, I was gonna ask you about Werewolf by Night. You saw that one too, right?
Well, yeah, Werewolf by Night looks dope. I hope they make some kind of Midnight Suns or it's another one like what's oh man, it's another one where it's just like monsters.
Yeah.
It's like the something the Howling, something like that. Was Frankenstein, um, Werewolf by Night, and a few other people. If they make that too, that'd be dope. But if they make Midnight Suns with Blade, Black Knight, Ghost Rider,
Yeah.
and Doctor Strange and all, and that's another one that can save the whole shit.
Yeah.
Because if they continue with this little play around shit like She-Hulk is gonna run its course real fast, and everybody gonna jump ship.
Yeah. But that Werewolf by Night, man, just the intensity, the black and white stuff. So I mean, they're
Yeah,
really serious about the horror, the vision,
yeah,
what they're trying to put on the screen to change the things a little bit. Give you
yeah,
something
yeah,
different to for your brain to comprehend, and then
yeah,
connect that to everybody else. That would be nuts, man.
yeah,
I think
yeah,
so.
definitely. As long as you go back to the connection, because that's what saved you in the other phases, earlier phases, those connections. As
Yes.
long as you keep it on the connection stuff, so you can pinpoint it and make our own theories together, then you'll be good. I think they're trying to do that with the weapons of Kang
Yeah.
and make it connected like the Infinity Stones with Thanos.
Right.
So because if you notice at the end of you saw Shang-Chi, right? The Ten
Yes.
Rings.
Mhm.
Oh, I love that. They did a good job with that.
Yeah.
But they're saying like they said like they have no origin of where the Ten Rings came from
Right.
and no alien origin or anything like that because it came from Kang.
Right.
And just like the bands from Miss Marvel, they had no origin. They don't know where it came from because it came from Kang. So if they can continue doing that stuff, that'll be dope. And it's kind of like following the same formula as they did with Thanos.
Yeah. Also, too, with the Shang-Chi bands, there was actually a beacon, but they don't know
Yeah,
where it was coming from too. So
yeah,
there's so many things they
exactly.
could do with that too. Like you
Yeah,
said, from different dimensions or whatever, or maybe it's
yeah,
just coming from a hole in time or something like that.
yeah,
Everything just sounds like Kang to me.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And then he's more powerful than we think, so that's what makes it dope too. So I hope they do him right. They got a good actor for him, but
Perfect acting. Yeah,
it's gonna be dope if he uses all those weapons together. Like that would be dope, man.
yeah.
That would be really dope.
Yeah, the actor that they're using, he has the range too. He can really pop
Yeah,
off. Like if you're
yeah,
gonna do Kang, you have to make him menacing. I mean,
yeah,
the many different ways. Like He Who Remains in Loki. I love the way he did that. But
yeah,
he has
yeah.
so much range as an actor. He can go fucking nuts. I know he can go bonkers because
He can
you've
steal
seen
a
him do it.
scene. He can steal a scene. You ever saw that show Lovecraft Country?
Yes, that's why he got the role. He's amazing, man.
Yo, why did they cut that off? Yo, oh my gosh, man, that show was phenomenal.
Yeah.
But yeah, now that you think about it, yeah, that's the reason why he got the role. But Jonathan Majors, his name,
Yes. Hmm.
hell of an actor, and they got a hell of an actor playing Blade too. So I'm not worried.
Yeah. We all of
Masulu
these.
Ali, yeah,
Yeah, all these
bunch of
characters,
them.
the main characters so far are in good
Mhm.
hands.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
there's a couple things. I mean, you want to talk about another important character, Iron Fist. They messed up his character, so hopefully they recast them and do that right. In
Word.
this, since they got the property back and stuff.
Yeah,
No, but up until this point, right now, I think we'll make everybody happy. Just get the Fantastic Four right, get the casting right. You know what I'm saying? And just let's move forward with that. I think everybody will be
because
good. I think.
that would be the first time they got it right. So everybody will like Marvel will gain a lot of the MCU would gain a lot of respect for getting Fantastic Four right if they do that, and then
Yeah.
everybody will be back on their ship.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I love the Fantastic Four too because I'm in a family of four. So my wife, me, and my
Yeah,
two boys. So
that's
we
dope.
the Fantastic Four. So if they don't put out a good movie, so that's the thing too. My kids like they like that concept, but they said, "Oh, Dad,
Yeah.
the movies were so bad that I don't want to be the Fantastic Four. They got to make it like the comic books, like that. They little, they
Yeah,
6 and 8, but they
yeah,
know that the first two were trash. They know it. They looking at it
yeah,
like, oh,
yeah.
this is bad, Dad. You know,
It's crazy, but I got a question for you. They're
Mhm.
saying that they're not gonna do origin story in the Fantastic Four movie. How do you feel about that? Are you worried about that or?
Well, I mean, they already stole it from us. All these years, not doing it correctly, they stole that
Yeah,
origin story from us. They stole it.
yeah.
So I mean, like with Ant-Man Quantumania, maybe they're
Hmm.
stuck in the in the micro realm, whatever it's
Yeah,
called. Maybe they stuck
yeah.
there and then they get pulled out. Maybe Kang has them hostage or something.
That would be dope.
Yeah,
That would be
because
tough.
I mean, there's a couple things. I mean, like in Doctor Strange movie,
Mm.
Mr. Fantastic used that teleporter thing.
Yeah,
That's Kang's
the same
yeah,
on the TVA.
yeah. The
Yeah,
whole yeah, from the TVA, yes, exactly,
yeah,
same way that they came through portals and stuff, he came through a similar portal,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
So
So,
they dropping little clues.
yeah. So
They dropping little clues.
yeah, it's like the Knicks, like, you know, like,
Yeah,
we're Knicks fans too, so, like, Leon Rose, like,
yeah,
he you can see the blueprint of what he's trying to do and what he wants to
yeah,
do and what he can do, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So, the Marvel is doing the same thing, they're letting you know what we can do, what we do, what we have, what we know, but, you
yeah.
know, with all these little shows like that, I think they're just experimenting, you know,
They're
trying to
experimenting, and you can't knock them for doing that because it's a money grab. They're making Disney Plus just passed Netflix,
yeah,
so you can't really say like, "Oh, get out of here with those shows," because it's actually working for them. So they got to
yeah,
keep putting out these shows. Um, but it's sometimes it does get confusing because you got to keep up with the shows and the movies. But it's definitely working for them. It's a money grab that's working. So you
yeah.
can't really knock them too much.
Well, you know, we was talking about,
Mm,
directors before, man, so I just wanna
yeah,
touch a little bit, on my man here, man. I picked this picture because of The Crown, look at that, you know, the way he has his
that's
hair
dope.
there?
That's a dope haircut.
Yeah, this is a bad dude here. I think he's extremely
He's
creative.
bad man. He's a
Yeah.
bad man.
You know, he got fame from Fruitvale Station. This is some of the things that he
Yeah,
directed here. You know, Fruitvale Station. You know, just if you look at all his work is the way that he films, the way you know his eye. You know,
yeah,
you see that you saw that at Fruitvale Station. So I could
yeah,
see him, you know, adding that to all the other things, the projects that he's going to do, like Wakanda Forever and stuff. You know, the bigger
yeah.
budget. Yeah, so I'm excited to see how he's going to do that. And he also wrote all those things. You know, like
Oh
Creed and all
yeah.
that. He wrote all that stuff and directed it. You know, so
And
he's an incredible dude.
and the reason why he's putting Michael B. Jordan in all his movies because they used to be roommates in college.
Yeah,
So he's holding them down. But you also what people don't notice is all those movies are completely different from each other. And
right.
he's still killing them. Like usually directors stay in a lane and put out the same things. He does it. He's done it like Steven Spielberg type shit. Like he's doing
Yeah,
Creed, a boxing movie, which is a sequel to Rocky. Then he's
yeah,
doing Black Panther, and he's killing all of them. And he's doing like a racial film, Fruitvale Nation. He's killing all of them, which is dope.
yeah. You mentioned Steven
Mm,
Spielberg. A lot of people will
mm.
probably, you know, shit on themselves for hearing that, but I mean, you got to give people credit. Like Spielberg, you know, was young once.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? This
yeah,
guy is a young, upcoming filmmaker, and like you said,
yeah,
his range in the type of movies that he picked, it's not just all one type of movie. You know,
yeah,
like a
exactly.
John Singleton. You know, rest in peace. John Singleton
Yeah,
put out good stuff, but Singleton stayed in the lane. You know?
staying in that kind of gangster LA,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, this guy's from where's he from? The Bay Area, right?
I think so. I'm
Yeah.
not too sure, but and then I saw a clip of Black Panther 2 because I was nervous about it. And they showed like a 15-minute clip. That movie looks crazy, man, in a good
Yeah.
way. That movie looks out of control.
Yeah, I don't wanna see that clip.
Mm.
I don't you know, I need like, once we get up in there, you know, I just wanna
Yeah,
sit there like a kid, you know, I
yeah,
wanna have my dashiki on and and all
yeah.
of that, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be going crazy, you know,
That
during that
movie
time.
looks crazy. She's in the UN, Angela Bassett. I don't know if you want me to explain it or not.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's in the UN. Angela Bassett is like she's talking to the people, and while she's talking, like stuff is playing out. So she was like, you people think because our king is dead and our army is something like that you can just come in here and steal vibranium, and then you see like the what's the army they have of women, Dora Maj, something like that.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah, they bust in with all the prisoners, all the soldiers that tried to come into Wakanda and steal the vibranium. They bust in the UN and have them on their knees like this.
Yeah.
She was like, I wish you all the best of luck. It was hard, bro.
Yeah, I
It
believe
was
that.
hard.
Yeah, I've heard people, explain it. That's why I was like, "Just go ahead," because I mean, it's out there.
Yeah,
That information is out there, and it's
it's
incredible.
tough, bro.
I don't want any spoilers. You know,
Yeah,
I don't wanna
yeah,
see nothing, man, you know, because I know
mm,
it's gonna be incredible. Because, I
yeah,
mean, this man here, Coogler that we mentioned, you know, he's a beast, you know,
yeah.
and
He
he
don't play.
knows yeah, he knows
Yeah,
how to, articulate, like, the Black experience, you know?
yeah, 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 and make it like beautiful to look at. Like you could play it on mute. You can watch the old Black Panther on mute and still be like, wow, look how they did that. Look how they did that. Like you know how to make
Absolutely.
vibrant colors, and you can feel the mood of every scene. It's dope.
Yeah.
It's definitely dope. He can kill it. If he does Secret Wars,
Yo, wow, I'm just, like I said, there has to be some kind of continuity. Like it's nice to
Yeah,
have different hands. They have like maybe just people's thoughts and stuff. But when it comes down
yeah,
to it, you have to have the like one singular person at the end to finish off the story. You just, it can't be a collective. It has to be, I think, one
mhm.
person really. And he's to me, I think he gets not just the black experience. He can get the human experience in such a way, and he got you by the balls. It's like the
There it
puppet
is.
master, like the
There it
puppet
is.
master.
Yeah, there it is. And the writer, like you brought up, Rick and Morty, they're writing
Yeah,
Secret Wars,
yeah,
so that's dope too. But he gets the human experience right, like you said. So it makes anybody who's not even a comic book fan still enjoy the movie.
right.
And with Secret Wars, there's a lot of human aspects to it that you got to fit into it. And the old phases worked before because there was continuity with the Russo brothers.
Right.
So I think because Marvel strayed away from that, they started to lose their edge a little bit. If they keep it in the system with this guy with Ryan Coogler, that'll be a good look too.
Yeah.
That'll be a great look. Kind of put the train back on the rails.
Yeah, what do you think happened with the Russo brothers? You think that maybe just creatively they just clashed? They didn't like.
Um, I don't know. I think with the Russo brothers, they probably asked for too much money. It might be as simple as that.
Yeah, you're right. I
And
think
plus,
so
with the Russo brothers too, is you ever notice all the movies they don't make that's not Marvel is trash?
too. Yeah.
It's just like
Yeah.
they try to make some outside stuff and it's always trash.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I don't know. I think they think they have more leverage than what they do, but I think they ask for more money.
Yeah, definitely.
I think with the Russo brothers, they asked for more money. They killed it though with Infinity War and Endgame and what else they did? Winter Soldier. They killed
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, those are probably
Yeah,
like top 3, top 4 Marvel movies too. So,
yeah, hands
you
down,
know, yeah, definitely give
hands
credit
down.
where credit's due with that. You know.
Yeah, and they wanted
Well,
to do Secret Wars too, so it's kind of weird that they're not doing it.
yeah. Well, let me pull this up too. That this is the
Yeah,
original Secret Wars. They
mhm,
also had a really good toy line too. Because it's all about merch at the end of the day. With
yeah,
these guys, that's why they do all these different things here. But I mean,
yeah,
this original series was pretty cool too.
yeah.
This is Spider Man here, but the black suit Spider Man appeared, Venom and
Yep.
all that. There's so many other different things that appeared in these original comics here. That was
Titania.
yes, Titania.
Yeah,
Yeah, just it was also really like the first time, outside of like the Phoenix Saga, this is like really like the first time where all the characters felt like they were, they we all know they were in the same universe, but having them like
yeah,
this, their personalities and stuff like that. This is like really like the first time they ever did that. So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
uh,
I don't know too much about that one. That's the first one. That was
yes,
way back in the day.
yeah,
But the latest one is the one I really like. But this one was dope too, because that's the first time, like you said,
yeah,
everybody teamed up, the Beyonder,
yeah.
and
As a kid,
they
the
had all the
Beyond scared the
villains.
hell out of me. Because it was like God, he like was
Yeah.
nobody better than bigger than him. And then, well, they also had a Secret Wars 2. I was gonna show that also. This is Secret Wars 2. But this is the Beyonder here. He kept many forms, but
Yeah.
when he took this form as a human being, he was like, if I could say, what was the name of the guy that played the leader in Sakar? What's that
This is the
crazy
Red
dude?
King.
No, my man, he's
Oh,
the Fly.
and oh yeah, I'm bugging. So, what's his name? Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum. Oh my God, Jeff Goldblum, the young Jeff Goldblum is the Beyonder. You know what I'm saying? Mentally,
All
if I
right,
think
all
about
right,
it,
all right. So we're gonna go to different multiverses. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that.
yes, man. I mean, like he was just quirky like that. So me as a kid, I
Yeah,
remember because I mean this came out like in what 84, 85. So I literally was like my kid's age, like five, like six,
yeah,
7, 8, like that. So I just remember, that the feeling, behind that stuff, man. So I mean, if they can capture that with this new series, I mean, they already did that already,
yeah,
in the written pages, but if they can do that, on the screen, that would just be that would just be life. I mean, like I want to talk about a life event, like where were you when this came out, that type of thing.
yeah. Because in Endgame, well, Infinity War was a life event. Like you will
Yeah,
never forget that.
yeah,
Because Endgame too with the big ass battle where everybody's on screen. Like
yeah,
you're not gonna forget that. So if they capture that again, that would be so dope. But I'm trying to see how they can top Endgame though.
yeah. I don't know.
It
I
would
don't know.
have to be because we already seen a whole bunch of people on the screen. Like I don't know. It's gonna be the same people in different dimensions, like different versions of them. That's gonna be kind of like all right.
Right. It could be corny. They can do it such a way it'll be so corny, you know.
Yeah.
But if they do it right, it would be one of the most crazy experiences,
The only thing I
cinematic
can see,
experiences.
the only thing I can see saving that is Doctor Doom being God Emperor Doom.
Yeah.
That can be like a life changing experience. But I think what they're leading up to the next phase is gonna be at the end of the next phase is gonna be X-Men versus Avengers.
Yeah. I think so too.
I think that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Because after the multiverse, they're gonna go into mutants, and it's probably gonna close with Avengers versus X-Men.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that's
Mm.
exactly what they're gonna do.
Yeah,
That was the last series that I collected. I collected everything that they made for Avengers vs. X-Men, even
yeah,
the one-offs. They had like one-off things where they just show fights. I had those
yeah,
too. I
yeah.
had the whole collection. But I broke up with my son's mother, and I don't know where the hell those things are right now, man.
Oh
She might have
man,
pissed in them, or I don't know what she did with them things, man. But I
that
had
is
all of
so
them, man.
dope.
That was an incredible
Yeah,
series. I can see that after all this
yeah,
happened, whatever, and they come back, the Phoenix Force. They already did the Phoenix Saga, but the
yeah,
Phoenix Force can make their way back to Earth, and
yeah,
they try to stop it. It's just
yeah.
for people don't know the story, they try to stop it, and then was it Mr. Fantastic? He made
Yeah, he tried to bomb it or something like that, and it
yeah,
split up into different. It gave every like certain people the Phoenix Force
yes.
instead of one person. Yeah,
Yeah, he tried to blow it up and then contain it in containers, but
yeah,
yeah, how could you do that? Once he blew it up,
yeah.
it fractured. You know,
That's what I hope they get too. Like Mr. Fantastic is not just a whole hero. Like he thinks too much and kind of messes up things. Like he
yeah,
messed up the Hulk with when he went to World War Hulk. He messed that
right.
whole situation up. He messed up the Phoenix saga up. So I hope they get that kind of like he's not totally a hero. Like sometimes he thinks too much.
Right. Also too, man. There's so many
Yeah.
different things, man. This is really like kids. We're grown men, and like people might look at this as weird. You know what I'm saying? But like the point I try to make on my other channels too is like, well, like you weird too, man. Then just because like somebody likes comic books or whatever, or somebody likes music a lot or sports, like to this degree, or video games and that type of thing. Don't think
Yeah,
that what you do is less weird than what I'm doing, man. Don't try to
that's a
put me
fact.
down for something that I love. That's taking me away from the craziness of this earth. For
Yeah,
us to be able to
yeah.
get away, and not only get away, look, like me and you on the freaking internet right now talking how incredible is this world, man, just for the
Word.
imagination.
Yeah, off your imagination, off your hobbies, you can
Yes.
find people to link up with, and it keeps you young too. All the stuff that's from your childhood, it takes you back and keeps you young. And like a lot of this nerd shit is becoming popular now and mainstream. If you like look at Michael B. Jordan, like he's
Yeah.
trying to incorporate anime in his clothing line and all that stuff. What's her name? uh Megan Thee Stallion. She's doing anime stuff and comic book stuff too. So
Yeah.
now it's coming back, and everybody's it's cool to be a nerd now. So
Well,
I don't listen
uh
to nobody.
to bring it to sports, remember Zion Williamson's wearing those cheap ass Dragon Ball Z shirts to parties and
Exactly.
stuff. Like, what is I mean, he's doing it wrong, you know. You
Now
know what
you're
I'm
being
saying?
weird.
Yeah. Now he's being weird, so you're being weird. You're going too far, Zion. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's what's coming up. X Men versus Avengers versus X Men.
Yeah.
I think that's the next in the horizon after the Secret Wars because I think Secret Wars is going to bring mutants over
Yeah.
to the main timeline.
Yeah, I think so too. After
I
Battle
think it's
World
going.
and they put it all together, I think that
Yeah,
I agree with you. Definitely.
yeah. I mean that's like the next thing because they did Civil War, they did the Infinity Saga, they're doing Secret Wars. That's the next big thing.
Yeah. There's
That's the
nothing
only
bigger
thing
than
that's
that.
left. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
there's nothing bigger than that unless they Marvel buys DC, which seems
Oh
like it
my
might happen.
god!
If
You
Marvel
talking
buys
about a
DC,
life changing event? You're talking
you
about a
know?
life changing event here. Marvel versus DC.
Yeah.
That's $1 trillion box office.
Yeah. That could
That's a
happen too.
trillion dollars.
Because you want to talk about somebody that's not really doing the right thing with their franchise. I mean, they got the Flash movie coming out that's supposed to be,
Yeah,
the same multiverse stuff, man. So if they
yeah.
can clean it up that way, you know, I'm not gonna watch it
Don't.
though.
No, I heard the Flash movie. My boy, he does like screen tests and all that stuff. He was like, "That Flash movie is incredible," but that's not coming out. He was like, "That movie is crazy. Like they
Yeah,
did a good job with it."
Yeah.
but it's hard to do it with this guy. While not being a reverse Flash in real life.
Yeah. Yeah. They were saying too that Reverse Flash might be the catalyst to branch both universes together too. So I don't know.
Mm.
That's something for another life. I think we me and you both will be grandparents at that point. When that
I'll
when
still
that
be in
stuff
a
happens.
theater, 75 years old, like watching that.
Yep.
Like, I'll
Ah, yeah,
still be
yeah,
in there, man.
yeah,
For real,
man.
for real.
So, man, I appreciate
Mm,
you coming on, man. I don't want to go too far
yeah.
over an hour because, like, when it comes to these topics, man, we can go 3 hours just like
Oh yeah,
throwing stuff off each other and stuff, man. So,
definitely, definitely. Yeah, no, it's my pleasure. I've been watching you for a minute. I'm trying to follow your footsteps and trying to do this podcast thing too. But you're doing the damn thing right now, and I just want to tell you that, like, congratulations for all the success. I met you in person. You're a dope dude outside
yeah,
of this camera stuff.
yeah. Yeah, you're pretty cool too, man. I need to get in shape though. You saw me like probably like, look at this guy, man. I mean, should I call
I mean, you
911?
went out there. You was Karl Malone for 2 plays.
I think that's 2 plays too much. You give me too much credit, man. Listen, I,
But
I
nah,
mean,
yeah.
looking at that video, it was a one-on-one game for those, it was a
Mhm.
one-on-one game, and I'm totally out of shape. I haven't played ball in forever, man. But you could tell by looking at the video that I could play basketball. At
Oh
one
yeah,
point
yeah,
in my
yeah. I
life.
already knew that. Yeah, yeah. You had the the footwork and the technique. You know how to post up, like little nuances. You could tell somebody know how to play ball. So I
Yeah.
already knew from there. I just knew your body didn't, wasn't catching up with you.
I'm telling you, man. I need to be like God Doom and steal the powers and start the multiverse over. Uh,
Word,
Sooner or later, man. But
word,
I
definitely.
appreciate you, giving me my props and stuff, man. But let's do it
Yeah,
for you too, man. I don't know if you want me to play this, man, or not. But I kind
yeah.
of I
You can
kind of
play
want
it.
to. All right. I mean, it's a whole. I think there's like a minute left, almost a minute. But I think this is really dope, man. So I mean, I feel like if somebody stumbles upon this video, I hope that they take a look at it and then just you
Another
know
world gone because of me. Ain't no games, I see the flames coming underneath. I got this force up in space that's controlling me. I gotta find food for him cause he's hungry. But what about me though? Where the hell my soul went? All these warm people, I came like a cold wind. I could buy you time, but ain't no way you going. Ain't no way to close his mouth when it's open. He's spoken and I obey. I obey. And even though I'm immortal, I still decay. I wish I could save you all and keep you safe, but all you see is darkness in my silver face. A disgrace I am. All I see
man. Man, that is crazy. So I didn't tell everybody what he was talking about, but he's talking about Silver Surfer, man. Oh
Yes,
my
sir.
god,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Yo, what?
I hope they no, what I try to do with my raps is kind of like what you said with Ryan Coogler do, just make it like human and try
Yeah,
to make people like tap into the emotional side because a lot of people are not into comics. So I want them to relate to the character, even if they don't know about the whole lore and backstory of it. So that's why I
yeah,
try to bridge the gap between regular people and comic book fans doing that. So
yeah, man.
uh,
You have a mind in there, man. That mind in there is like popping off in there like a crazy man. You a crazy motherfucker. You a sick motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you got
my
the music
mom's is
going.
crazy, and it went straight into me. My mom's the same way. She's crazy like that too. She would draw on the walls, all that stuff. Like she's crazy in a
Yeah,
good way. Shout out to moms.
yeah. So you're a mutant then. So you're a
Word,
mutant.
exactly.
Yeah, you're a freaking mutant, man.
Word, man.
God bless. Listen, man. I already. Let me put this back on the screen. I mean, you do so many different things, man. So I challenge everyone to just Google you, and this is one of your mixtapes here, comic book mixtape. So I didn't even know you did this. You just put me onto it. So this is the volume one, volume two, uh, volume three is on the way, right?
Yes, sir. Volume 3 in
Yeah, man.
a
So I
few months.
challenge everyone to see and you look, just Google Trav B Ryan and just go down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
He's good stuff, man. I'm telling you.
Good
You
looks,
know,
man. Thanks, man. You the same way though. You making all these podcasts every week. I see a different podcast. You got the Giants, got the Marvel, the Knicks.
listen,
You're doing that. Die Hard with Friends, Die Hard Rants. Them
yeah, I'm
rants is
going.
my favorite one, man.
Yeah, I'm going crazy. But listen, man, like life is funny. Like life is long, but life is also short too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So, like, you go
yeah,
through trial I mentioned that, I went through I had, baby mama drama, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So, it's funny to talk about baby mama drama, but baby mama drama could take away 10 years of your life. Bam,
That's a
gone.
whole fact.
Just messing around with
Fact.
that thing, trying to get that
Yeah,
together. So,
yeah,
before you know it, 10 years can go by, and then next thing you know, okay, I'm married now, here goes another 10 years. Whoa! So now you're
yeah.
talking about 20
Phew.
years gone, and then it's
Yeah,
like, "Damn, son, I always wanted to do this." So, now I'm following my dreams finally, after
yeah. Just do it. Just do it. I used to rap. I started this whole thing by rapping in my mom's kitchen with a fridge behind me,
yeah.
and just rapping about any kind of superhero I want, and it just skyrocketed from there. But I just was like, I don't need no equipment. I'm just gonna put my phone in front of me and play this little speaker, this portable speaker I got from Amazon, and just go off and use the stove light and put the phone on the stove, and just go and rap. And then I started building fans from there. And it's like you just got to do it because, like you said, time moves so fast. You're
Yeah.
like, damn, I should have done that. Damn, I should have done that. Just do it and see what happens.
Yeah, people are looking for the
Yeah,
perfect outcome.
yeah,
Sometimes you gotta be Dr. Doom. Sometimes you gotta let Kang do his thing. Kang is
yeah.
whatever, and then at the right opportunity, you just reach in and take over. That's how it is, right?
Facts.
Yeah,
Facts,
man.
definitely.
Yeah, definitely, man. So I mean,
Right.
I appreciate you coming on here, man. This is the I'm
My
like I got
pleasure.
a superstar on the on the podcast. I can't believe it, man. So yeah, man, I definitely appreciate you, man. For those that that follow this channel. I also do a Knicks channel, like I said, Die Hard Knicks. Also follow Trav. He does, yeah, as you can see, he knows comics, he knows music, he knows sports, man. So listen, man, go down the rabbit hole. Just Google him and go down the rabbit hole, man. That's all I gotta say, man. Great brother, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, definitely, man. Thank you
Appreciate
for
you.
coming on. Salute to the chat too, man. This is
Oh, yes,
all
sir.
Knicks Nation guys here, man. So I appreciate the guys coming over, giving us support. But I'm hoping this channel can grow and we continue to do these live streams. And I got a lot of ideas, man. We'll see what I can do with it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man. All right, man. So everyone have a good night. Thank you for tuning in to Die Hard Marvel, and I see you guys next time. Peace.
Sure.